hoping you're staying cool and found ways to stay cool. That heat wave that was here in South Dakota is now over the east coast of the U.S. A heat dome has settled over the United States on June 23rd, is driving record-breaking temperatures across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Yep, more to come for the next few days. More than 245 million people experienced daytime highs of about 90 degrees, with 33 million facing extreme heat above 100 today. Cities like New York and Philadelphia saw historic highs and record warm nights, leading to heat advisory and health warnings across 2/3 of the United States. What did I do when it got really hot here? Well, I prepared ahead and I ordered and put up what they call blackout curtains. These are the best blackout curtains ever. One side is black and the other side is white. I put the white side towards the window so it would reflect the heat and actually lowered the temperature here in the trailer. I live in a trailer. It's like living in a bread box. A metal bread box. I'm not putting this up because of promoting a product. I'm just showing you what I did to keep my trailer cool. And they come in different sizes. I bought so-called blackout curtains from Walmart in the past. And light still came through, so I knew heat was coming through. These also could be used in the winter to keep the heat inside your homes. Or in my recent case, to keep the cool air inside my trailer here. Many of you know that I moved in with my son, and it's a trailer. It's a metal box that when the sun shines on the outside, it heats up by probably 20 degrees higher than what it is outside. Like I said, I've bought other blackout curtains at Walmart. I shop cheap, and yeah, they just really don't do the job. This one here, I'll give you a link to it down below, is the best one that I've ever found. The other thing that I use, that I purchased, is a Cinco portable air conditioner. Yeah, you can see I bought 2 of those. This is really good. It's a window mounted air conditioner, built-in dehumidifier fan. It heats or cools off up to 200 square feet. So also what I did was put a heavy blanket over the doorway. Same principle as in wintertime. The cool air would stay within the room where I was at. The blanket went all the way down to the floor, and I made sure there was no cracks with the blanket with duct tape against the wall. It's a portable unit. It's on wheels. You can move it around to whatever room you want, point it to whatever direction you want. You can see here, I think. Let me move this over so you can see it better. It's got a hose, so you can vent it out the window. Let me try that one right there. And it comes, it's on a plastic, extendable, adjustable thingy. Thingy, yeah, real professional there. So you can adjust it to whatever size your window is. And I also use that. I also have a small window air conditioner. So I have one on each side of the room. One in the window of the kitchen, and the other one, the air conditioner, in the window of the living room. Living room and kitchen is basically all one room. So I was running both of these, and it kept this trailer, the room which I was in, which is fairly large. It's a double wide trailer, about 81 degrees, which is livable. The other thing I purchased was a Lasco oscillating standing fan. It's on a floor mount. Let me bring this over. There you go. You can adjust it for a different height, and it rotates. You can make it rotate back and forth to circulate air through your room, or just have it facing whatever direction. And it's got 3 different settings: high, medium, and super strong. I've had this for several years, and it works really good. And I like the fact that it's adjustable for different heights, and it is pretty steady. I haven't had a problem with it falling over or the pets knocking it over, and it's cheap. It's really cheap. You can see here it's actually on sale for about $30. But most important, if you are cooling off one room in your house where you spend most of your time, put a blanket, something heavy, up in the doorways to keep that cool air within, the area that you're spending your time. No sense in cooling off part of an apartment or a home. No sense in spending the cost heating a part of a room or your building that you're not occupying. And it also goes for winter. These same suggestions can be used for winter. So the National Weather Service has issued extreme heat warnings and heat advisories from the eastern seaboard westward to the lower and mid-Mississippi valleys. It's very important that you stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. I'm not a big water drinker. So what I did with my bottles of water, bad me, I got individual bottles of water, small bottles of water. I add Pedialyte to the water. It comes in different flavors, and that makes it more enjoyable when I drink the water. I'm just showing you different ideas, but I do have these individual little packages that I add to the bottle of water that makes it flavorful. Like I said, I'm not a big water drinker. I don't care for water. I'm a coffee drinker, which is not good for you when you're supposed to stay hydrated. But this is what I got, and they're individual little packages for each container, and it works really good. These are all just my suggestions to stay cool during these days of heat, and it's going to continue for a few more days. I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. I care about people, and I don't want people dying from heat. You have to worry about young children and the elderly especially. Don't leave your pets outdoors. Bring them in. All the cats have been in, the dogs have been in. They've been hanging out here in the living room kitchen with me, stretched out on the floor, because floors are always cooler than the air, on the furniture. I remember years and years ago, probably 40, 50 years ago, before air conditioners became common. I just started working, had my first apartment, and we had a heat wave, and what I did was fill up the bathtub with cold water, and I laid in it to get my body temperature to drop. The water stayed cool in the tub for a couple of hours, and I had to drain it and fill it back up with the cold water, but that's another idea. Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. all could see century mark temperatures today. Boston's all-time high June record is 100 degrees, so it could be equal or surpass that. Philadelphia and Washington, they're saying, could have a repeat of 100-degree temperatures tomorrow on Wednesday. They're also saying that Philadelphia hasn't reached 100 degrees in June since 1994. Boston's last 100-degree high temperature was on July 24th, 2022. So some of these ideas that I've given you can also be used in the winter. And this is only June. We're going to have more days probably of heat coming through in the future. So if you prepare now, even though it might be a little late, you would be preparing for future heat waves. Sending prayers to everybody. Check on, your neighbors, the elderly. See if they need to go to a cooling center, if there is one close by, if they're able to get there. But the big problem is at night. It doesn't cool off that much at night when you're trying to sleep. And I don't think you can just sleep in a cooling center, in the middle of the night. So anyways, please stay safe. Thank you for watching. God bless y'all. Bye.